I'm a psychiatrist working in an inpatient unit for young people and a researcher interested in psychosis. I had the dream to be part of this ongoing revolution in young mental health, so Orygen was an obvious choice to improve my training and skills. It took us a long time to organize this here in Australia, together with my husband and our two little kids, but we did it, and here I am. Aurégen is a unique structure in the world of mental health research. Many internationally renowned researchers are working there with a considerable number of ongoing research projects and publications. Training programs are permanently offered to professionals and users. Aurégen is also involved in many public health programs, and their research has a direct translation into well-developed clinical program focused on early psychosis, mood disorder, borderline personality. I felt very small in this structure this year, but I know I learned from the best. And I think that the most important thing that I learned this year is Aurégen's spirit. As everyone in Australia, people in Aurégen have a very positive attitude and they are very welcoming, attentive, especially people like Victoria and Rashid.
Well, so I like to get involved in different social events and activities to get to know my colleagues, and that means I think we help the young people better when we feel comfortable enough to ask for help.
Have the ability to connect with people, and I think the most important thing is the lived experience or the shared experience that you have, because that is what builds the foundation of the relationship that you build with young people who come to Headspace. So the rest of it is just about bringing your personality, the ability to be yourself.
Well-being of the people is a priority at Aurégen, just like quality of care. Brian, who I follow earlier, is very concerned about providing the best quality of care to everyone.
And that's one thing. I mean, I think our treatments for psychotic disorders at the moment are just okay. We need better treatments, both pharmacological and psychological. What we really want to see is an uptake of 100%. We want to make sure that everyone can avail of this, actually see if we can improve the pathways to care and have migrants present the services earlier, perhaps in the ultra high risk stage.
This requirement in terms of relationship, quality and optimal care is not just a theory, it's what I observe in the daily work of the clinician, like the case manager. It's very interesting to observe them working in a multidisciplinary team with different backgrounds, like Megan, who is social worker.
Yeah, I think case management is really, really important in order to keep people out of hospitals and to educate families around, I suppose being an early intervention service, like working with the families and young peoples to kind of try and destigmatise what is going on for them and demystify and just provide a bit of support. I think that's probably one of my favourite parts.
A lot of support is provided to young people by case manager, by peer support worker. They have access to many activities. The whole system is designed to be youth-friendly. The key to this success is that young people are involved from research projects to design services as well in conference. During my stay, I learned a lot from young people like Rashid.
Kind of use experiences that I've had to benefit other people in the future, to change people's perspectives about certain things, which is, a really empowering opportunity for me. And even the young people that I've worked with, hearing from them about their experiences and their perspectives on things, there's a lot of insight there, a lot of things that we as a profession and as a service have to gain from hearing from their experiences. It's really easy to assume what might be good for people, what people want. But I think it's even easier to just ask them. Then you don't have to guess. And by doing that, you're engaging them in this process and it becomes a partnership rather than something that you want to do to these people. You're doing it with them.
Another key to Aurégen's success is the notion of reinvention, and there is no one better than Patrick Marguerite to talk about it.
So I think regular change, maybe not constant change, but regular change and reinvention has been very important. Redefining what we're trying to do, and always increasing the bar, for what we aspire to, because we can always be better, and if we don't keep trying to do that, then things get worse. They don't just stay the same; they get worse. And people talk about football teams like that way too. If you don't improve every year as a football team, you're going to go backwards, and that's what we feel as well. It also needs like new generations of people to become leaders and to take on new roles too, and to have their own possibility of expressing their ideas and being creative. So that we all work together like a football team to win the game.
So now I want to be part of this revolution even more than before. I'm ready to play. I'm looking forward to share my experience with my colleague in France. And good news, Brian, it's okay to ask more froggies.
And I'd see Origin as more of a kind of as a movement or a kind of a philosophy in terms of kind of youth mental health and early intervention, as opposed to being a kind of structure of kind of buildings. And when people kind of visit and do a fellowship here and spend a bit of time here, I think that's just the kind of the starting of it. And really, so what I'd like to see is that there's kind of international links.
So it means you will be okay to host more
Yes,
French psychiatry.